All right, I've really been sitting here and just listening to the first three tracks. I really need to pay more attention to my time and make better use of it. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I really do need to make better use of my time. I'm sitting here. I've probably sat here for the 6 minutes I could have listened to The Prophet, and I just listened to the first three tracks on the album because I get lost and I just sit here and I start scrolling YouTube and I start scrolling comments and, there's not a lot of time in the day and I'm not making the best use of it. But we're going to use it right now. We're going to listen to Yes, The Prophet, the first track off of the second side of the album. You know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. I just passed the all music review again, scrolling up. 1970 was the release date. This is a great album. That's all I got to say so far. Let's see if it continues that. I'm predicting yes. Let's go ahead. This is The Prophet with Yes.
Peaceful meetings with his heart have made him more alive. flame in a new way of living. Take the things you need in life, but remember the giving. Prophesy within your mind, and you will work it out. Prophesy that some will die, but only those who doubt. Then you never worry, as sometimes you used to do. Just remember when you're gone, there's someone after you.
All right, he squeaked out a little bit there at the end. I really like the organ intro. It kind of reminds me of later on in Parallels, even though I'm so glad this is a lot quieter than that. That was a massive organ they used in Parallels. Here, I liked it a lot more. I like what Kay is doing in the beginning. He's really setting you up, especially as you turn over the vinyl, the record. Flip it over, and this is what you begin. You begin a little bit of an epic nature to the next side. I like the way that Peter Banks comes in with the guitar after a little showmanship between Squire really and the band for just a moment, and then Peter Banks gets that little guitar lick in there that I think feels really good, and then John comes in with the rest of the band, and then the string arrangements come in, and it's kind of a standard fare from there. I'll admit there's one element about this track that I wish was either less done or just replaced with more keyboards and sounds. I think the orchestra here, this is just personal, you know. Let me put it like this. I would, on a first listen, put this song as a 3 out of 5. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. And I think that the orchestra and the strings were just a tad bit overdone here. And this is going to come down to preference, because this reminds me of, like, I don't know, a Broadway production. It's very showtimey. It's very stage Broadway musical kind of sounding, and just how sweeping it all is. And personally, I don't typically like that. That's just a personal preference, right? So here I'm kind of getting that, and I'm like, I don't really love that sound, you know? Like, in some ways, I kind of like John singing with the orchestra in the main verse, like in the beginning. But in other ways, I'm like, I just wish there were more keys. I just wish there was more K. Give me more K. And you guys know that I really like Kay's work. But it's in moments like this when, honestly, I'm kind of like thinking, like, in the back of my mind, like, man, Wakeman could, like, he could wizard this up. You know, I can't help it. It's just where my mind goes. But like I said, I do love this lick by Peter. That's nice. That's good. That's jazzy. Like I said, you can hear where the band would just expand from here. And this is not to put down these specific members, but I can hear, like I said with Wakeman, and here I can hear him like, man, Steve Howe, when he comes in, man, he's gonna bring the clap in, like, y'all are gonna be amazed. But here. On one hand, it doesn't sound bad.
we
In
do.
fact, I think it sounds pretty good. It's just not my preference. You know? You can accept or acknowledge that something sounds good and appreciate it without, it being your preference. And I think that's kind of the case right here. And I don't know why. This just feels like Yes doing a Broadway kind of show. Like this. You're seeing the stage change. All the dancers come out. They're wearing the tuxedos and they got the batons and the top hats and they're like, doing a Broadway show. I know. But Squire is still getting down. We can all admit that. It's a nice song. It's not my favorite, I'll admit, on the album, but it's a decent track. It's a decent track. Let's go ahead and talk about the lyrics on this one. Long ago, a tall man told a tale of yesterday. Notice that the man was tall and not the tale. Searching for the truth to life and not just for a way. Finding pleasure from the sounds his ears they did obey. In his life, a moment's pleasure never to delay. He was lost, and in his trust he found a new meaning. Seeing the things in different lights, his life was redeeming. So he's having a change of heart. Words of peace would fill his mind and change his way of life. Peaceful meetings with his heart have made him more alive. Meeting wise old women on the cliffs of life itself. Asking not just for meaning, more for just himself. Soon will be as he proclaimed in a new way of living. Take the things you need in life, but remember the giving. So this man, in a sense, was becoming a prophet. Literally, figuratively, who knows? But the lesson is he had everything. He had a lot of stuff, it kind of seems like, and eventually he had kind of a change of heart. He kind of found truth and new meaning, seeing things in a different life, it says. And so he would change his life and, in a sense, say, like, I'm changing my life for the better. I'm just saying, if you guys do the same, it's going to help you a lot. Prophecy within your mind, and you will work it out. Prophesy that some will die, but only those who doubt. Then you'll never worry, as sometimes you used to do. Just remember, when you're gone, there's someone after you. You. Now, I could take that in two ways. There's someone after you, as in, like, your children, the future generations, just people in general. There's always going to be people and a generation after you, so make sure that, in a sense, you act as a prophet, doing things in thoughtfulness for the future, even if it's not for you. But then he does say you twice with a comma before that, so he could also be saying there's someone after you, comma, you. Like, maybe bringing in, he's kind of bringing in some sort of reincarnation ideas? I don't know. I'm maybe looking too deep into it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed the music. You can let me know your thoughts down there. And I hope that you come back tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.